NBA player and assistant coach Damon Jones appeared in federal court today for two separate arraignments, pleading not guilty to money laundering and wire fraud charges. The cases, they stem from an FBI investigation into illegal gambling, alleging that Jones shared insider NBA information for bets and participated in rigged poker games. So now bringing in our ABC News chief investigative correspondent from outside the courthouse, Aaron Katersky. Aaron, what can you tell us about today's arraignments?
Damon Jones sat at the defense table before a federal judge, Malika, pleading not guilty to a couple of conspiracy charges. In the first case related to the illegal poker games, when it was said that he used his celebrity as a former NBA player, namely for the Cleveland Cavaliers, to lure unsuspecting players to these rigged games. And federal prosecutors said he was in touch with one of the main organizers who actually supplied the altered shuffling machine that helped these guys allegedly cheat. And Damon Jones was what prosecutors called one of the face cards. His face got high rollers to these tables, and they were defrauded out of millions, prosecutors said. He's still in court pleading not guilty to conspiracy charges in the second case, alleging that he provided inside information about an injury to LeBron James before a 2023 game to a sports bettor.
Okay, so Aaron, what happens next in this case?
So a federal judge said that even though Jones pleaded not guilty today, he is considering whether to engage in plea talks to actually change his plea, plead guilty to at least some of the indictment, and try and resolve the case before it goes to trial. That kind of a deal could require him to cooperate against some of the 30-odd other defendants in the case. And remember what prosecutors have said about Damon Jones. He was there for both of these schemes, and so it's possible he could name additional names. It's also possible he could give up information about some of his co-defendants, like, say, Chauncey Billups, who's due here for his arraignment later this month.
Aaron Katersky, our ABC News chief investigative correspondent, thank you so much for your time. As you mentioned, Billups' arraignment is slated for November 24th, and then Terry Rozier's is scheduled for December 8th. That's in federal court, also in Brooklyn. So for more on how this impacts the league moving forward, we're joined by David Purdom and our Shams Charania. Shams, I'm going to start with you here because you reported that a congressional committee met with NBA officials following these indictments. So what more can you tell us about that meeting that unfolded? What took place there?
Malika, the congressional committee called the House on Energy and Commerce met with league officials on Wednesday afternoon for about an hour in Washington, D.C. Adam Silver was not there, but a group of league officials were there to meet with these congressional members, specifically discussing the NBA's partnership with sportsbooks, how you can prevent the illegal use of non-public information, and how the NBA handles its own investigations into sports betting. I am told the league was cooperative in briefing the congressional members. The sides had productive conversations, and this congressional committee plus a separate Senate committee are both researching NBA protocols. Talks are going to continue between the government, between the NBA, as well as the sports books. And here you somewhat have the NBA on the front lines of an issue around sports books and on prop bets and how the sports books and the leagues can work to really regulate that. And then from the league's perspective, how do they handle injury reporting that has an impact on sports betting?
Yeah, it feels like this is not the last time an incident like this could come up, and so the league having to have steps and procedures in place is going to be paramount moving forward. David, where does the NBA stand with the sports books in terms of addressing the integrity issues that we're seeing come up here?
Yeah, the NBA has partnerships with over a dozen sportsbooks, including the two biggest as their co-official sponsors, FanDuel and DraftKings. They remain in ongoing conversations. They're always kind of looking at the betting menus, trying to identify which types of bet offerings may be most vulnerable to manipulation. Before the season, they actually asked their sportsbooks to not take any wagers, not offer wagering on will a player miss or make a free throw. They didn't want them taking bets on whether they they would commit a foul or whether they would commit a turnover. And just today, the New York State Gaming Commission reached out to the NBA and said, hey, we have this lever in our statutes where the leagues can come to us and say, we're not comfortable with these types of bets. So now we're going to see if the NBA is going to reach back out and execute some of those levers that they have to control the betting menu.
Okay, and as they do, we will certainly continue to follow this story as it unfolds. David, thank you so much. Shams, please don't go too far because I want to get to some news that we're following this morning out of Los Angeles. LeBron James, a step closer to making his season debut. Remember, he's been sidelined with sciatica. That's a nerve condition that can affect your back, your glutes, your legs. He's not been traveling with the team since his diagnosis while he recovers. And Shams reported on Wednesday that he's not going to go on the Lakers' 5-game upcoming road trip. But what is the latest that you're hearing here, Shams, on his recovery and his progress?
LeBron James has been fully cleared for full contact basketball activities, and the Lakers will be reevaluating him in about 1 to 2 weeks. So, like you just mentioned, Malika, he won't be traveling on the Lakers' 5-game week-long road trip that starts in Atlanta this weekend. But this now sets the stage for him to progress to 5-on-5 live action, potentially as soon as next week, maybe with the G League South Bay team. He has been doing individual work. I'm told even some one-on-one action recently. But the next step for him is to do 5-on-5. It could come next week or when the Lakers come back from their road trip on November 16th. Then maybe you see him get in with the main team. But the Lakers and LeBron James are still operating that he will be making his season debut at some point here in November, around mid-month. But listen, we're in uncharted territory with a player that's about to turn 41 next month and in year 23.
Oh yeah, 1 to 2 weeks is what you had posted on social media for a reevaluation. So we are inching closer to seeing LeBron James make the historic debut this season. Shams, thank you so very much. I want to bring it inside our Los Angeles studio here with Bobby Marks and Kendrick Perkins. Perk, we're here and we're one step closer to seeing LeBron after what we saw last night.
I bet we are. I want to come back too. After watching the Lakers look like eye candy, yeah, he want to come back. After watching Luka playing the way that he's playing at an MVP level, Austin, Reeves doing his thing, playing at an all-NBA level, when LeBron gets back, it's just going to elevate the Lakers even more. Now, I believe he's going to take a lesser role, right? I believe he's going to become the third option on the team behind the best duo in the league in Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. That's what I do believe.
I don't know about that.
And that's okay. I mean, look, we could debate this another day. Here's why I'm saying this. LeBron James could impact the game in so many areas. Do I think he needs to be the primary ball handler? Absolutely not. But we could see LeBron James at the forward position being a screener, being a roller, right? And being a guy that could play off the ball, a spot-up three-point shooter. His percentages have been up through the roof his last 2 years. So when I say a lesser role, I'm just saying not dominating the ball as we grown accustomed of watching LeBron dominate the ball, because he got two guys that he trusts, Luka and Austin Reeves.
I think what's it going to do to the starting lineup? I think that's going to be the biggest question here.
Sure.
You're